Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for May. I hope you're well. I am going to take just a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Sagittarius out there. So guys, take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. And as always, Sagittarius, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Sagittarius? Sagittarius. Wow, okay. All right, Sagittarius, you're starting out with the King of Cups in the reverse. You have the Fool in reverse, and you have the Star. Okay, so you, your heart has been very closed to somebody that you do love. There is love here. There's definitely love, but your heart is very closed. It's like you don't want to open up to this person. You don't want to accept it. There's a new beginning that's trying to come in, and it's like you're afraid to actually act on this. So it's like your heart has been closed. You're trying to work up the nerve here to have this new beginning, but at the same time with the Star card, I feel like you're hopeful. I feel like you've been doing a lot of healing and a lot of balancing of your energy, but there's some fear here regarding love. And that's why it's keeping your heart kind of closed right now. Let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Sagittarius energy. Oh, somebody is thinking about you. All right, so we have the 10 of Coins reversed. We have the King of Coins, and we have the 8 of Swords. So this person they could have experienced some sort of as a side note, they could have experienced some sort of financial loss here. And I do feel like they're hard at work right now. They're very focused on their money and their own stability right now. I see a lot of worry about money and finances currently in this person's energy. That being said, I also feel like this person has experienced a deep loss with you. Whatever it is that caused your heart to close down has caused them to feel a lot of loss. Normally, this person, though, is very fair. They're very stable. And I do feel like they're a very committed person. So they're up in their head right now. They're thinking about you. They're like low-key obsessing about you. But I do feel like a lot of their energy is going towards their finances currently. Let me see the energy between Sagittarius and this person. Show me the energy. Thank you. All right, we have the Hangman in reverse, and we have the Moon in reverse. So you're both coming to some sort of an epiphany here. This person's having an epiphany, and you're viewing the entire situation between you and this person differently. So there's almost a little bit of mirroring. I think it's taken a long time for this to happen. It's been a long road. I also feel like this person in your energy, something here has been revealed to them. Somebody has revealed, or something has been revealed to them. You could be dealing with a Pisces, or you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but you don't have to be. I do see a little mirroring that's taking place currently. You're both having realizations. You're really viewing this very differently. And I feel like this person knows that you're looking at this differently as well. Show me what's affecting this connection. There may have been something you said or did that is making this person realize that you're seeing things differently. Okay, so the Prince of Swords. You both might be kind of checking up on one another, kind of trying to figure out what's going on with the other person. Yeah, I definitely feel that. And it's because you're both wanting to move forward here. Let me see the outcome. I feel like there's going to be communication here. So what's happening here is that you're trying to work up the nerve to communicate with this person. And I feel like this person in your energy is, you could know them through work, but I feel like it's more or less that this person is really focusing on their finances. Like there's been some sort of financial loss. But that's communication. Prince of Swords, that's communication. And that communication is actually what would drive this forward. So let me see. You could have had an argument with this person. Let me see the outcome at the end of the week. All right. So the Three of Coins in the reverse. So there's still a lack of cooperation. This person's up in their head. They're thinking about you. And you're on over here healing. Yeah, you're definitely over here healing, trying to heal your own energies, come into balance. I feel like you kind of have your back turned to this person a little bit right now. And I feel like there's something to do with an established foundation that both of you are trying or thinking about or wanting to rebuild. A foundation that collapsed. So you may have a soul contract with this person. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands. That's very good energy. It shows success. It shows that they're, you know, if you choose to communicate with this person, I feel like it will be successful. But I don't see you quite doing that by the end of the week. So let's clarify. All right, so Spirit-wise, the King of Cups in reverse for Sagittarius. The Star card in the reverse. So currently there's still a lot of imbalance. That's why your heart is closed towards this person. It has to do with the ending. It has to do with, you know, what happened between the two of you, the ending that occurred here. It caused you to be emotionally very unbalanced. I feel like there was something here that wasn't stable, and it wasn't grounded. I'm hearing it wasn't grounded. You've been feeling pretty hopeless with regard to this situation, but I feel like your perspective is changing for some reason. This has gone on for a while. This is not something that is, you know, just recent. Let me see why the Fool is in reverse. Six of Coins reversed and the Page of Wands. You may feel like it's not an equal give and take. That's part of where your fear is with regard to reaching out to this person. But I do feel like you're going to. It's going to be some sort of a small gesture initially, because you may be fearing this person, you know, is not going to want to balance this out. There's a new beginning that is trying to come in. And I do feel that what's holding this back currently is that you fear this new beginning because of the way things ended between the two of you. And this person is very preoccupied with money, finances, job, or business. Let me see why the Star is here. Because by the end of the week, you're kind of changing that perspective a little bit. Your current energy here is the Star in reverse, and by the end of the week, it goes into the upright. So why, Spirit? Why does the Star go into the upright? Three of Wands. Yeah, you're much more hopeful by the end of the week. It's like you've been waiting to feel more hopeful, waiting to balance things out. There's a lot of waiting energy that you have. And I feel like you've gone through a lot of emotional stuff. Your emotions have been up and down, really unbalanced, but you're realizing that there is love here. And I feel like you're beginning to open your heart. And that's the key. The key is for you to open your heart. You have to have the courage and the strength to open up your heart if you do want this new beginning. So let me see this person's energy, because I do feel like they're very focused on you. They think about you a lot. Why is the Ten of Coins in reverse for the person in Sagittarius energy? We have the Sun, and we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so there's been some recent communication that has revealed something to this person. This could be an on-again, off-again relationship. They have definitely felt the loss of the connection with you. They see you as their happiness. And I do feel like this person is receptive to a renewal of this. Like I said, they realize that you are their happiness. This person could have been a little bit of a player for some of you. They could have been in and out, very inconsistent, or they may feel like you are. Why is the King of Coins here? Seven of Pentacles and the Strength card. Now, for some of you, this person could be already in another connection, but I'm not really getting a lot of that. I do feel that this person is being patient. So I don't see them coming forward. For some reason, this person feels that you need to come towards them. So they're being patient. They're watching. They're waiting to see what you're going to do. They are working on themselves, though. And I do feel that they do want to communicate. I feel like there's been some recent communication here from this person as well. Let me see why the Eight of Swords is here. Why is this person up in their head? Wow, they're really up in their head. Page of Cups, Nine of Swords. So this person could be, I mean, they're literally losing sleep. So I don't care how it looks on the surface. This person is like, they think about you all the time. They may feel that they owe you an apology or you owe them an apology. I do feel like they're wondering if you have moved on with someone else. And for those of you that this is somebody married, this person, they may, because if that, in that situation, that timeline, I do see someone who is married, and I do feel like they may have brought you in as a third party, but I'm not seeing a lot of that energy. It's just like a faint timeline. Yeah, I do feel like this person is receptive, though. They have feelings for you. Their heart is open towards you. So, and they think about you constantly, day and night. Yeah, day and night. This person loses sleep thinking about you. Let me see the energy between Sag and this person. Show me the energy between Sagittarius and this person, please. Okay, so currently neither of you are putting effort into it with the Eight of Coins in the reverse. You have the Hierophant and they have the Four of Swords. So they're kind of trying to heal their energy. They want to talk to you, but they're holding back. They're holding back. And it's almost like, you know, it's almost like they're getting information about you from other sources. And it's spotty. It's like sometimes they hear from you or hear, you know, information. Other times they don't. They're going through a loss. When they do hear something about you, Sagittarius, it makes them happy. I feel like this person is really proud of you. But as far as putting effort into, you know, into coming towards you, it's almost like they've had this idea that they shouldn't put the effort in, especially with regard to communication. Maybe they realize that you're going through something, that your heart is not quite open yet. Now, with you, you have the Hierophant here, and so I feel like you're leaning deeper into your spirituality. And I feel like that's been a long time coming, and it's causing you to look at this person differently. It's causing you to think about them differently. You may have, yeah, if they are in another connection, for those of you that's your timeline, you're waiting for that connection to end because you feel like it's an unbalanced connection and you're not willing to open your heart until that happens. Let me see. Why is the Prince of Swords here? Why is the Prince of Swords here? Yeah, King of Cups reversed. and Temperance in reverse. There's a lot of energy of needing to heal this connection. See, you both feel that it's not equal. You both feel that this isn't equal. I do feel like what's affecting the connection, I do feel there was a severe argument that happened here. I also feel like there has been some kind of communication. I do, and I feel like you initiated it. But you initiated it more out of, it's kind of an immature energy because your heart is still closed. So you initiated it, but your heart is closed, and it's closed because you're afraid to have a new beginning with this person. So I do feel like you reached out to this person in some manner. I do feel like this person was happy about that. And it's almost like their intuition is telling them that they need to give you space. They need to give you time. So they're over here working on their money, their finances. They're kind of waiting to see what you're going to do. You could be dealing with another Sagittarius. They feel like there's a lot of healing that still needs to take place. And so they're kind of keeping their distance. For those of you that this person is involved with someone else, they know that they're not giving an equal give and take. And that's why your heart is closed. All right, let me look at your outcome. Show me the outcome for Sagittarius at the end of the week. Yeah, there's that Hangman in reverse again. We have the Empress in reverse, and we have the Page of Swords. So I don't see the two of you like really coming together by the end of the week. I have to be honest with you. I think you both want that. You're both kind of impatient with that. But yet there's a lot of healing that needs to take place. I do see this person working on themselves. They're really kind of working, putting a lot of their energy into something financial as well. Something that destabilized them. But I also feel like you're both viewing the connection a little more positively. There's some sort of change in perspective that you both have had with the ending of this connection. I definitely feel like there's a soul contract here, but it's not being honored, correctly at this time. I feel like you kind of have your back a little bit turned, but you're beginning to soften. You're beginning to open up your heart. I also feel like at one point you were very nurturing in this connection, Sagittarius, but currently you're not nurturing this connection. You're in the process of kind of opening up your heart. There's fear with regard to this person and a new beginning. And I do feel like you question whether or not this connection would actually grow. I feel like you're leaning deeper into your spirituality currently, and that is what's going to be causing this changed view of this connection. It's going to bring about a lot of healing for you as well. So, and you've been waiting for that healing. Now, the person that's in your energy, they are spying on you. They're trying to find out, what's going on with you. They're curious about you. They're keeping an eye on you in some manner. They're definitely curious as to whether or not you are involved with somebody else. This plays on their mind a lot. Yeah. So I just feel like your heart is kind of closed. Whatever happened, this ending that happened, I feel like you kind of shut your heart down, and you're not quite ready to open your heart just yet, but you're beginning to. The more you heal, the more your heart opens. So bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords in the reverse. That's underlying energy, and it does indicate that there will be success in this situation, and that success is going to come about by freeing yourself from the things that you're obsessing or thinking of. So, and that's on both sides. So you have to free yourself from the fear, the anxiety with regard to, communicating with this person, opening your heart back up to this person. And they have to free themselves from, their anxiety, worry, concern. If they're in another connection, they have to free themselves from that because it's not an equal give and take as well. So I do feel like there's been some recent communication of some sort, but I also feel like, you know, you're both kind of like holding back. So let me see. I'm going to pull from the Oracle and we'll see if there's any further guidance. Pulling for Sagittarius. All right, so we have number 10. That tells me you're at the end of a cycle, by the way. But it says expressing your highest nature through your work is sometimes easiest when work is not exactly as you wish it to be. There are hidden gifts within friction. Therein lies the secret way to a graceful life. You are not what you do. Your work is a higher mirror providing a reflection from which to learn in your evolutionary process. Then work becomes a higher skill and you begin to fine-tune not only your physical self, but your spirit. A Zen garden expresses the essence of life and a highly perfected skill. Come to the inner truth that produces true skill. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you have resonated with this reading, Sagittarius, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. And until I see you in your next reading, Sagittarius, namaste.